Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney. Simply put, and as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So, before I go another further, go to YouTube, like, subscribe. Simply put with Price McKinney. That is simply put with Price McKinney. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook. Simply put with Price McKinney. TikTok as well. You can also follow me there. So again, like, subscribe, YouTube, simply put with Price McKinney. All right, you got me. It's free and it doesn't hurt at all. So today we're going to talk about having confidence in yourself. Why is that important? Because when you know who you are, that determines what you do, and furthermore, it determines what you don't do. When you have confidence in yourself, it's like you are fixed and settled in who you are as a person. Your life is not dictated or determined by the opinions of other people. You, when you have confidence in yourself, you, sir, you, ma'am, you are okay with you. If somebody doesn't like you, if somebody doesn't want to be bothered with you, if they don't want to hang around you anymore, you have no problem. eh, Your cutoff game is pretty daggum strong at that point because you are no longer defined and ruled by what somebody else says or what somebody, here's a big one, what somebody else believes or thinks you should be doing. And this holds true in a lot of different areas, but I'm obviously referring to dealing with relationships, whether it be the person you're with, whether it be the person you're pursuing, or whether it be the person you plan on marrying, whatever the case may be, whatever. Um, have confidence in yourself because here's something else. When you have confidence in yourself, you stop competing with other folks. That's why that was the last video I did. Again, it's not a competition. You stop looking at what somebody else has. Stop looking at what other people are doing. I'm not saying be blind to it. Be aware of it, yes. But if you can't do it the way that they do it, that is okay. They can't do it the way that you do it. Be confident in you. That when you're confident, there's a certainty, there's an assurance, and there's a, how do I say it? There's a belief within yourself. You know what? I got this. One of the expressions they use now. I'm gonna do me, and you do you, and cool. I had, for example, this was recently. I think a few months back. I had somebody to literally tell me, and I didn't get mad, I didn't get upset, I didn't fly off the handle, I didn't cuss him out. There was a day that that might have been a high possibility, but not anymore because I'm trying to do right. I'm working on me. I had somebody to tell me, "You're this, you're that, you're that, you're this." It was like four or five different things. Um, okay. And I agreed with the individual. I didn't argue. I didn't I didn't snap back. I didn't do any of that. I just okay. And then I looked at him and I said, you know what? You're 100% correct. And I just smiled. And some of y'all might think I'm a little bit off for that. No, because what they said is their opinion, and I'm cool with that. And the reason why I'm cool with it, why would you let somebody say this, this, and this? Because that's their opinion. I'm not defined by that. I promise you that night I came home. I didn't have no problem sleeping. Didn't even think about it anymore. Because what they said I was is not who I know I am. Now there was a day where I'd have been, as they say, I'd have been in my feelings. I'd have been on one. I'd have been, a little bit pissy about it. But now, no, I can't. I can't because when you have confidence and you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, you know that this is who you are. And again, knowing who you are determines what you do. In my confidence, for example, I'm doing Simply Put, and I write poems. I've published 2 books this year, and I'll talk about that later later on down the road. But I've established Simply Put as a podcast. I've written 2 books. That is my lane, and I'm staying right there. You're not going to see me trying to become a scientist. I'm not getting ready to try to become a mathematician. I can't even spell math. There's 4 letters. I can't spell it. So why am I going to waste? Why am I going to waste time trying to be something that I know I'm not? I've already done that. I spent a lot of my years and a lot of my time and a large part of my life living off of the expectations of what people said or thought this is what you should be doing. When it comes to your person, your partner, your significant other, whatever you want to call it, please hear me. And I'm not being rude and I'm not being mean and I'm not being spiteful when I say this, but there comes a point where you make your decision. One of the things I love my father for, God rest his soul, he taught me how to make my own decisions and stand on them. I watched him my whole life do that very thing. If it was a bad decision, he stood on it. If it was a good decision, he stood on it. But he had no problem making a decision. And him being my father, I am my father's child. I have no problem with it. What has that got to do with the price of 10, China? Within making the decision for your person, for your significant other, for whoever it is you want to be with, have confidence in your decision. If you're shady and shaky about it, especially if you're the man, she's going to pick up on that and you're going to have a problem because you have to have a certainty and an assurance within yourself, sir, because she's looking at you to lead. And if you're not going anywhere, she's not going to follow, sir. And if you put her in the position to where she's having to spin around and she's having to drive the bus while you ride in the passenger seat, figuratively speaking, she'll do that on occasion. She'll do that a time or two. But if you force her to where she has to do it consistently, you're taking her out of her element. And you, sir, are going to have a major problem. So that's why, one of the reasons why, there's many others, but I'm keeping it simple. That's what you have to have. You have to believe in yourself. If nobody tells you that you're this, if nobody tells you you're that, if nobody tells you, hey, Price, you're doing a good job with your videos, keep doing them anyway. If you're not doing it the way, or doing whatever it is that you do the way that you think you should be doing it, ask those who do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you're trying to become better. It doesn't mean, like, I've got, for example, several, but I've got 3 in particular. I call them my media gurus. My sound and my lights and all, microphone, headphones, all of this stuff. I don't know anything about this stuff. I have no freaking clue. All I know is my content material. That's it. But I asked them questions because I want this to become better because I want to become better. So I don't want to ever get to the point where I'm, like pond water, I'm just sitting in stale and become stale and stagnated. I don't ever want to do that. So I'm constantly asking questions so that I can evolve and make Simply Put podcast become better. And it takes time. I've had some moments of frustration. I've had some moments where I wanted to just tap out, but I can't because this is who I am. And because I have that certainty and because I have that assurance and because I have this belief in myself that, sir, you can't do this, I'm going to keep doing it. This for me is non-negotiable. And it's because I have the confidence. And when you have a confidence in yourself and you're not doing what you're doing for other people, you're doing it for you because you're in purpose and because it's what you need and want to be doing, people see that. When I have conversations with people, if, for example, people ask me stuff all the time. Can I ask you a question? Say, I got a question for you. I got an answer, even if it's I don't know. I give you an answer. It may not be what you want to hear. It may not be what you. It may not be to your liking, but you'll get an answer, and I will give you the truth. I don't know any other way. I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to give you the fluff because I have confidence in myself and I have a certainty when you ask me something within this area that I can give you an answer. It'll be a very simple one, more often than not a short one, but I can give it to you. But what I'm not going to do is play a game. And I'm not going to give you something that I don't know. I can't do that. Now, I'll find out if I don't know. But I'm okay with saying I don't know because I'm confident in what I do know, if that makes sense. So again, have confidence in yourself. Doesn't matter whether you're the man, whether you're the woman. Have confidence in yourself and stop letting people tell you the negative parts about you. You already know what's wrong with you. You know the things that you need to work on. Just work on them. Progress is a slow process. One of my buddies at work told me that. Progress is a slow process. Just work on it. None of this stuff is hocus pocus and overnight. It especially for something you've been doing your whole life. Take the time and work on it. But build yourself, grow yourself, develop yourself, become better so that you can have the confidence in yourself. All right? Again, I'm Price McKinney. Simply put, I want to thank you for listening. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon.